Yo, 16 again, 16beats.com, 16beats TV. Today, I'm going to be talking about, I just realized my logo is not up in the background. I'm a bit upset about that, but that's okay. We already started, we're moving forward. That's another thing about my videos. I don't do all the edits and stuff. I just want it to be as organic as possible because I'm a real person, just like you're a real person, just like everyone's a real person, you know what I mean? So to add some organicness to it, I just take and just off the dome, you know what I mean? Like just trying to give anything helpful that I can. So yeah, so I screwed up with the logo, but anyway, you already know it's 16 beats. So yeah, the question is, should I or should you get a manager as an artist? Now, I think getting a manager, realistically, to a lot of creatives, whether you're a producer or an artist, it's kind of like, I feel like we view it as a shortcut. Now, obviously I can't speak for everyone when I say that, but when I think of getting a manager or in the more earlier stages of my production career, I think, alright, I feel like getting a manager would kind of catapult me somewhere a lot more forward than I am, but it would get me quicker to a destination. I feel like maybe a manager could get me speaking to artists, big artists, or I feel like a manager could get people buying my stuff, or I feel like a manager could just really just do everything for me. Like, and if that's what, and you have to be honest with yourself, because that's the real important thing with a manager, because really and truly as an artist, if things aren't big enough that you're struggling to manage them right now, and I don't mean you're struggling to come up with ideas to get your music out there, you're struggling to build your fan base, I'm not talking about that, as in you're actually struggling to cope with managing your shows, your booking dates, your graphic design, the layout of your album structure, like stuff like that. Like if all of that isn't getting over the top because there's already so much demand for you, then you don't really need a manager, because all a manager is supposed to do is help you manage what's going on. But if you haven't really got much going on, if you haven't really started building what's going on, then you don't really need a manager to manage that situation. But again, being a creative, I understand the allure. I like that. I like that word. I understand the allure to want to get somebody who could potentially catapult you forward, or who could potentially introduce you to an artist for a feature, and this artist is much bigger than you, and you know you could quickly get more recognition by doing that, because obviously you're doing a feature with a bigger artist. But it's just not, I don't think it's not the correct way. It's not the correct way to go about building your career as an artist. So again, to be more specific and answer the question, should you get a manager? You have to be honest with yourself and weigh up whether you're struggling to manage your artist career in terms of how much is going on, not in terms of how much is not going on. If there's so much going on that you're struggling and you need a team, then a manager is a great person to bring in, you know? And then a whole other host of questions pop up, or how much, when should I sign a contract? How much should be their percentage fee in the contract? What about the clauses? Now, all of this is the sort of stuff that you'd be thinking about, or that you need to be thinking about when it's actually to the point where you physically need another member of the team, and a manager being a great first member of that team, because they know people and they've done this before. If it's a good manager or a manager with experience, they've done this before, and they sort of know how to grease certain aspects of your artist career. Now, if you know you're just more on the starting out side of things, or you know things aren't huge yet, and if you want a ballpark figure, I'd say if you haven't got 100 dedicated fans, and if you haven't done any shows, you know, you haven't got songs with high amounts of, you know, streams and stuff, you don't need a manager. There's honestly more you could do with your time, and you don't want to be signing anything over to anyone when you're still finding yourself, and you're still finding your artistry, and you're still finding your business. Because at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself as a business, even though you're an artist. As backwards as that sound, it's what it is. You are a business. You're a walking business. You're in your item as a business. Let's say you're Walmart, yeah. Or let's say you're Target. Yeah, your product is your music. Your product is your entertainment. Your product is your content. Like 6ix9ine, yeah. 6ix9ine is a great example because 6ix9ine provides music as one of his products. He provides entertainment through stuff like Instagram and all of his you know, actions and whatnot, because it's entertaining to watch. That's also a type of product. People consume that, yeah. That's his business, and in return, what he brings in is money from his streams, money from shows, money from merchandise, stuff like that. You see, so that's how you work your business, and you don't need a manager if your business isn't already bringing in. Like, you need something to control all of that. That's when you grab a manager. So at the end of the day, you just gotta be honest with yourself. If you need to be more concerned with building yourself up right now, and not in the skipping stones kind of way, then no, you don't need a manager. Yeah, so again, it's just gonna come down to you being honest with yourself as an artist, as a creative, and as a business person. So hopefully it's been helpful. Please like, comment, share, let me know what you'd like me to talk about, let me know what you didn't like about the video, stuff like that. You know, 16 beats, like, you know, if you got time, check out some of the beats on my website. You know, why not? I think they're amazing, I think they're spectacular, but you know, as a creative, you should think your work is good. But yeah, if you got time, check it out. There'll be a link to the website below, which will take you straight to the beat store and whatnot, so you can just take a browse, take a little listen, vibe a bit, and see what you think. But yeah, so you gotta build it yourself. Like, you gotta build it, make it strong, and managers will flock to you. That's another indicator of knowing whether or when to at least even start considering the manager, is when managers are coming to you. Or people, maybe not established managers, but people are coming to you with talks of management, because that means they're already seeing you potential, right? Managers eat off their artist's business. Like, they get a percentage basically of their artist's business. That's how managers make their money. So if managers are coming up to you proposing to manage you, then they think, okay, his business, or him or her as a business, is business that I want to be having a piece of. So they believe in you. Someone else, a third party, has started to believe in you and your artistry and your business. So that should tell you that, all right, if I did want to consider getting a manager, maybe now it's starting to make sense. So maybe that's more of a clearer time of when you can know whether you should have a manager or not, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, again, 16 beats, 16beats.com, link in the description, check out some beats, and have a blessed day. Ooh.